Ah ha 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 ha. It's spooky night, Halloween. And God, do I have to do this? Like, why am I here?
Because I was gonna sue you for sabotaging my business deal otherwise.
Fine, whatever. Okay, I guess we made your stupid character in the stupid video game.
Alright,
Ah!
that's enough out of you. Anyways, yeah, I added your character to my game, and it was an absolute nightmare. Hello, everybody. I'm Gabe, and in case you haven't been here before, I'm building my own game called Paragon Comics. It's a deck builder roguelike that's set around a comic book universe. So, recently I put a YouTube short up on my channel where I asked you guys for your best villain ideas, and I said that the best one would be added to my game. And this one did the quirky thing where I'm pointing in and post editing, I'm adding it in here. That one wins. So, yeah, basically, we're making a time travel character who's trying to kill the greatest hero before he was born in his timeline. He's basically like supposed to be a C-list villain in his time, but he's trying to kind of become better than that. So I'm trying to give that vibe to him the best I can, while also making sure that he is still suited for being a boss in my game. So let's see how this goes. So first thing we gotta start with is the art. I have an idea for it, so let's get making it. So my general idea going into this was I kind of wanted to make him look almost like he was a middle-aged kind of deadbeat looking guy. You kind of see here, I got the face pre made with that. And so I went off of that, kind of give him a dad bod too. I also made his uniform like really kind of tacky, going for that like he's not a very good villain, but he tries really hard at it. So I really want that vibe nailed, and I think I did great at it. Then I add shadow in because you need shadow to make it look more detailed, and I add this giant glowing clock because glowing shit is cool. Then after I added like a Roman emperor cape because I thought maybe he like went back too far in time. I added a monocle and like a Middle Ages kind of like armor piece because I thought maybe he went through different eras of time before he landed in the right timeline because he didn't really know how to use his powers well. So yeah, this is a final version and I think it looks pretty good, honestly. I'm really happy with it. All right, so now that I have this art in, let's discuss what his abilities will be. Obviously he's got time-based powers, so I want all his abilities to be time themed. So for the first one, he either puts a young debuff or an old debuff on the enemy, making them young or old. Um, and a young debuff, what that will do is you act more recklessly. And how that's expressed in game is that you gain less shield every time you would gain shield, and you take more damage. With a old debuff, you deal less damage, so you have less energy each turn, and your flat damage percent is decreased by 20%. It's almost like a mix of like the weakness debuff that I already have in the game mixed with like an overdrive debuff, but like a negative version. And I thought that'd be kind of a cool way of doing it. Um, because that makes you kind of less able to do stuff and makes you have to think a little bit more about it. And then for turn two, he manipulates the timelines to something that's most favorable for him. And the way that this is expressed is that if you dealt more damage than you gained shield last turn, he'll gain a big shield based on the damage you dealt. Now, on the opposite end, if you gain more shield than you dealt damage last turn, he'll deal a burst of damage equal to your shield plus 5, so you're always taking 5 damage flat. And then for turn 3, what he'll do is based on if you have a young or old debuff on you, he'll do a different thing. So if you have the old debuff on you, he'll deal a little bit of damage and also heal a bit because old is supposed to be like the cycle where you're not able to attack as much. So I thought like a mini heal would be kind of a cool way of doing that and like topping him back up, making it the most favorable timeline for him and what he was like planning all along, you could say. And then if it's young, he deals like a massive burst of damage because you're already taking more damage and you gain less shield from it. He also has a passive ability of a time loop. So every time he would die, he gets set back to 50% HP. And this has a 100% chance of happening. But each time it happens, the odds change to 100 minus 15 minus the amount of life buffs. So the more life buffs you have, the more chance you have of killing him. Because he's not really meant to be Radiance's boss, I just have it this way for now. For the character he's actually going to be, it'll be a little bit of a different mechanic, but still like a similar thing of you being able to decrease the odds by playing their kit a certain way, or like different ways of being able to decrease the odds. I might also make that other character have a chance of like being able to reduce the chance of passives happening. So that might be a way I do it in the future. But either way, for now, this will work just to kind of like show off the basic kit of what I want, because I only have one character in the game. So let me code these abilities real quick and I'll be right back. Haha, I baited you. I already coded the abilities. I was actually prepared this time. And since everything's in, let's see how well it works. So I got Young debuff, and you could tell because most of the sand is in the top of the hourglass. Why does he have 75 shield? He shouldn't have that much. Is he like counting all the damage I've done? Did I not reset it whenever like a new turn starts? Wait. Alright, so I added the true lines that I needed to fix that bug real quick. Also, I forgot to actually check mark it, but I added this little setting to where I could show like a percentage as the stacks instead of like the stacks or the turns remaining. Because in this case there isn't that, and it kind of works well with like passive abilities. So there's that too. So currently has a 100% chance to re-res whenever he were to die next. Okay, he gained 5. That looks a lot more like what it should be, as I didn't deal that much damage. Okay, that's a lot better. Okay, so I was his res there. He went from that to 50%, and now the potency is at 61%. And that means like he has a 61% chance to revive next because of how many light buffs I had plus the base amount. Okay, there we go. We got an old debuff. So now I deal less damage, and I have only 3 energy instead of 4. Okay, he died. So I guess the 40% chance worked out for us that time. And he actually died pretty quickly. So yeah. But that's basically how the fight goes. I think it's pretty fun. I actually like it a lot. A little bit more gimmicky than like the other boss I have so far, but that's kind of what I imagined the character to be. He's kind of a goofball. I figured he deserved kind of a gimmick battle. Obviously, this is still going to change a little bit when it is finally released because he's not even going to be in Radiance's like fights anyways, like her storyline anyways. So I'll kind of update you whenever I add that next character in and what I change with him maybe. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. So yeah, that's your guys' villain, the one you guys voted on to be added to the game. I actually really like it. I think it's a super fun fight. I honestly think I could do a lot of cool stuff in the future with like ways to make it a little bit harder for trying it over and over again, like further runs and stuff. On top of it, I think the art is actually really cool. I had a lot of fun drawing it. I think this is actually probably one of my best ones yet. But yeah, thanks for the idea, and let me know how you guys like it. Is it how you guys pictured it? Do you wish I did anything else or anything extra? Leave a comment about that, and like the video if you liked it. That'd be cool too. Besides that, yeah, I think that's about it. Oh hey, is that you, Jeremy?
Yeah, you did good this time, Gabe.
Oh well, thank you. You're so nice.
Yeah, well, it is Halloween. If we can't be nice today, what day can we be nice to each other?
I couldn't agree more. Let's go get some Skittles together.
Oh, I fucking love Skittles.